Hi, this is Donna Vetters. I'm the principal and owner of VE Cycle Management. We are proud to say that we keep private practitioners in private practice in the era of Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act, which are the same thing, by the way. So I wanted to have these little coffee chats. I love coffee, and I think that people get together and have great talks when they're drinking coffee. So start off by taking a sip. I'm in my office where I do my work. What VE Cycle Management does, briefly, is we provide technological solutions and practice management consulting to make your life as a private practitioner easier. So we have affordable EHR solutions, billing solutions, revenue recovery solutions. We try to improve your cash flow. But we're not going to talk about all that stuff today. Today we're going to talk about HIPAA. And HIPAA has become a much more larger force in the practice management arena, something that you have to think about on a daily basis now, not necessarily just something that you do annually. Giving out a notice of privacy practice and renewing your HIPAA training with your staff annually, having some policies and procedures that sit up on the shelves in your office and collect dust isn't going to cut it anymore. There's been some significant changes to HIPAA regulations, and they are finding that over 70% of medical office practitioners are non-compliant with HIPAA regulations and will fail their OCR audits. OCR is the entity that does the HIPAA audits for CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and they're going to be coming around to everybody. So I wanted to give a brief overview, since this is a coffee chat, and we'll get into the little pieces of the puzzles that make up HIPAA compliance later on individually. But right now I wanted to talk about, well, what is HIPAA? HIPAA is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act that was signed into law by President Clinton in 1996. And it has driven everything that has pretty much happened in the past few years. Contrary to belief, everybody thinks a lot of this has come from the Affordable Care Act. It hasn't. It was coming all along. So you have this overarching umbrella of HIPAA. You guys have all probably been compliant enough by giving out notices of privacy, by making sure that nobody peeks at your computer screens, things like that. That's all under that umbrella of HIPAA. But now they've come up with, a few years ago, High Tech and Meaningful Use Act. And with meaningful use, you need to have a system that is 100% HIPAA compliant, and you need to meet these specific criteria at the certain phase schedules in order to get your meaningful use incentive money from CMS or your state. And a lot of that is also, it's under that the high tech mini umbrella that comes under HIPAA. Where your electronic and EDI and so forth, all of that has to be HIPAA compliant, and you have to prove it. The next thing that came out, and I think this is the most scary one so far that has come out on a new regulation to make HIPAA more of a holistic approach, is, you can see my cat, is the omnibus regulation that came out in September of 2013. That, to me, is the scary one, because you now, as the practitioner, have to make sure that your third-party people that you do business with, let's say you outsource your billing, or you outsource portable x-rays and perhaps EKGs and echo therapy that come into the office. All those third-party people that you have arrangements with, you have to prove that they are as HIPAA compliant, that they are 100% HIPAA compliant like you need to be. And you have to be able to demonstrate that and document that you have audited them on your behalf. So that is something that I think a lot of providers are not aware of or are not actively doing. They're not given the tools to be able to do that. Fortunately, my company offers a solution called CompliancyGuard, and it's a web-based, in the cloud solution that allows you to put all the pieces of HIPAA compliance together. And again, the word that you need to remember when it comes to all of this is aim. You need to achieve HIPAA compliance 100%. You need to be able to illustrate HIPAA compliance, and you need to maintain HIPAA compliance. If you can't do these three things, then you're not HIPAA compliant. And again, I said it's a daily function. It's not just responding to privacy complaints. It's not privacy practice notices. It's not that risk assessment that some third party may have sold you. It's more than that. And we're going to get into, in these little coffee chats, a little further, some more information on all of that. But the thing that you need to know right now is that you need to start making plans to upgrade your approach to HIPAA compliance at this point. A security risk assessment is not enough, and I can't express that anymore than I already have. 79% of covered entities will fail their CMS meaningful use audit. In 2015, 5% of providers will face mandatory audits by CMS. And 70% of covered entities, that means you, me, are non-compliant at this point. And the HIPAA fines are increasing. And with everything else that you have to worry about, with trying to comply with meaningful use and perhaps buying an EHR that didn't meet phase 1, and now you have to meet phase 1 and you have to get a different EHR, or maybe they're going to charge you thousands of dollars for an upgrade to meet phase 1, and then phase 2. Are you even ready for phase 2? Is your system even ready for phase 2? You know, are they going to charge you a ton more money to upgrade to phase 2? You know, we have an all-in-one solution that is Drummond phase 2 already compliant, ICD-10 ready, but that's a conversation for another day. Today we're talking about HIPAA and making sure that you comply with the overall umbrella of HIPAA, the high-tech and meaningful use standards, omnibus regulations, again, the scary one, and making sure that you don't get fined. You can be fined for up to $50,000 per incident, and up to, you know, an astronomical amount of 1.5 million. And I'm not making this stuff up. If you want to look this up, you can look up CMS compliance reviews, the HIPAA compliance review and analysis summary of results. That's where all of those stats that I just rattled off come from. And my product, CompliancyGuard, is going to be able to keep you out of that expensive situation of being non-compliant, and will put the full puzzle pieces of HIPAA together. Right now, most of the services that are out there that will come to your office and say, hey, I'm able to help you with HIPAA, they're only going to provide you a risk assessment, which again is not enough, and perhaps they'll, you know, provide you some policies, procedure, templates, and they'll give you some training. And while that's a step in the right direction, when OCR comes knocking at your door, it's not going to be enough. So we want to solve all of the pieces of the puzzle, and we want to do it in a cost-effective manner. Now, the CompliancyGuard is, again, web-based. Through me, I get licensee pricing, so I'm able to deliver it to you in a cheaper price point than if you had gotten CompliancyGuard on your own. It's able to be gotten without me, but I offer the better rates, and there are rates for individual practices and for practices that have larger offices. And for those rates, all you have to do is contact me, and that's my phone number is 443 377-3096. That's the business phone number. You can visit us on the web at vettersenterprises.com, and you can contact us through our Contact Us page there. You can visit us on Facebook, Facebook/VE Cycle Management. We have a Google Plus page, VE Cycle Management, and we have a YouTube channel. And I'll be putting the link to that on this video. That's all for now for the coffee chat, because I don't want to take up too much of your time or bore you any longer. But HIPAA's the thing now. You don't want OCR knocking at your door. Let me help you be prepared for your audit and be 100% HIPAA compliant. Thanks. And I'll see you next time at Coffee Chat with Donna and VE Cycle Management.